are live. Hello everybody, I'm Zenith Rule. Welcome back to Zen Streams Kingdom Hearts. Today with me is a Maxmau once again. He was with me in earlier streams. And we're just going to be doing some casual Kingdom Hearts. If my connection doesn't... my connection keeps derping. Crap. Really, restream? Come on. Alright, we're doing good now. Anyway. Yeah, connection derped for a second there. Just refresh your browsers and we should be back to normal. Anyway, as I was saying before the connection started derping on me for a second there, I am Zenith Rule. We are continuing our Kingdom Hearts live stream. I'm 100%ing the first final mix game of the bunch. This is going to be a little bit more of a casual stream because we have a lot of side content to do. We have a lot of... Really? Restream? We have a lot of side content to do today. Pretty much, you know, we're getting Trinities and Dalmatians and a whole bunch of other stuff. And hopefully the connection holds out for us for a little bit longer. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do on my end. Let's see. No, yeah. Yeah, let's just hope the connection holds out. For some reason it's a peak period or something, I don't know. With all that being said, we're gonna get started. We're gonna have a nice stream, a good long stream where I do a bunch of miscellaneous crap to get that 100%.
The funs of being a completionist.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the more unfortunate parts of being a completionist in general is that we have like all this other stuff. Now, granted, Trinities are fun and helpful for certain things in the game, and getting all 101 Dalmatians, or 99 Dalmatians, I should say. Getting all 99 Dalmatians is a necessity for doing some things. You know, there's quite a few quite a few things that are gonna be a help. In any case, I'm gonna travel back to Traverse Town. I just want to see if there's any treasure chests I missed. I don't think there is, but it's always good to check with Geppetto because part of getting 100% is getting all the blueprints, getting pretty much everything. Like the hidden blueprints, just to give you an idea, and I've said this before, but just to give you an idea of the blueprints, one of them is you essentially have to go to Geppetto, talk to him, like visit him 30 different times, and then talk to Pinocchio to get the rare Chocobo blueprint. I've never attempted to do this before, so I don't know how long it's gonna take. I haven't even kept track of how many times that I've talked to any of them, so...
Yeah, and then like trying to do all the extra little buff stuff, like trying to get all the postcards beforehand, and trying to get all the light little niche stuff is like, ugh, I don't want to do this, but fine.
I did all the postcards already, if I remember correctly. Yep, I did all the postcards. I'm just checking to see, because for the most part in this area of the game, it's pretty straightforward on where you need to go, what you need to do. I got all the blue Trinities, and that's pretty much everything in this, but I just want to double check that I've gotten everything.
Greetings, Twilight Jericho. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Twilight, how's it going? We're just, we're having a bit of a casual stream. I'm just going to be doing some of the miscellaneous stuff in the background. The stuff that you need to do before the Hades Cup, before synthesis, essentially all the post-game content before post-game. Kingdom Hearts is a little bit interesting in the fact that the post-game content happens before you reach the final world, because for the most part, everything else is just extra.
Yeah, so there's like post-game content before the post-game content.
Yeah, and I mean, even like the secret super bosses aren't really hidden super bosses. It's kind of like Final Fantasy in that regard. Yeah.
Now I know, like, one of the major LP Let's Players I like watching, HC Bailey, said he doesn't know if he's ever going to do this series, because a lot of people have asked him to do this one, and he's like, I don't know, because there's so much to it, and not only that, but because the fact it's an action RPG, I don't know if I'd be like really into that, because he's an old school RPGer. I mean, he's done all the Final Fantasies.
Yeah, this game, I've tried doing it in the past, back when my capture card wasn't as good as it is right now, and like just getting through like the first few worlds like took quite a while. Like, I think we're on like 7 parts just to get to Traverse Town, and like it was taking so long to do. Granted, that was like in the past. That was the past.
Yeah, it was back when YouTube allowed you only to upload 10 minutes of gameplay footage and all that stuff.
Granted, like, this game, if you go through it, what do I have? I think I have, like, only 30 hours in this one right now. But granted that, for some that may be a lot. For Let's Plays, I break mine into 30-minute sessions. I'm working on Danganronpa, and it took me 20 parts just to get through Chapter 1. Like, Let's Plays are a little bit different than streams in that regard. So, yeah. You gotta approach them a little bit differently.
Yeah, because especially when it comes to, like, doing, like, RPG or JRPG Let's Plays, because a lot of times, like, a lot of people will edit out all their battles, or some will just do, like, the first time set up battles and then edit out the rest of the battles, because they're going to be just repeat battles of the same monsters.
I think it depends if you're saying something meaningful about that particular encounter, then I'm fine with it. But yeah, like, I edit out, like, when I was doing my initial Kingdom Hearts Let's Play way back when, I edited out all my deaths to the 3 people in Destiny Islands, in the battles and everything, simply because it wasn't necessary. Like, I explained that this wasn't the first time I fought them, but, like, I think editing is your friend.
Yeah.
In a Let's Play. Granted, if you want to have a lot of content for a Let's Play, then yeah, you can. Like, it'll at least give you something where you won't run out of stuff, and you can do it every other day or every day or whatever. I don't know. I think for me, with my Let's Plays, I like to make them more tightly edited. I really think that's what makes my Danganronpa Let's Play something I'm proud of, is because it's very tightly edited. It's not scripted, but I make sure that everything works for what it is. It really depends on what you're doing. Like, in a stream like this, I'll make all kinds of mistakes. I don't care, because it's a stream.
Yeah, it's mostly just for fun.
Yeah.
When you have, like, certain people doing streams, there's some people that will do, like, a whole bunch of test plays of the game. Well, they'll get, like, so good at it, they know where, okay, here's where I'm gonna do all these encounters, here's where I'm gonna be fighting all this, here's where I'm gonna need these, blah, blah, blah. And they'll go through those patterns where it makes it a lot easier to play the game while they're doing the Let's Play. And that's fine for some people. And then you have people who go into a Let's Play, not ever playing the game before, and just doing a blind Let's Play, which you see a lot of the deaths, like you mentioned before, and that's fine too. And some people do scripts and some people don't. I, for one, when I did my Let's Plays, I don't do scripts. in all honesty, I'd rather just go right off the cuff, say what I'm gonna say, and be done with it. If there's like something important to say, then yeah, I'll say it. But I was never one for scripts, unless it was like I'm gonna do a play or something. Otherwise, if I'm doing a let's play, I'd rather just give them the raw material type thing.
Yeah, I don't script mine in general. The only thing I've been scripting lately is my major reviews, which I am working on. I have I have all my footage together for Food Wars, and I'm gathering footage for Assassination Classroom, and I have a script for Danganronpa 1. But those are like major reviews where I'm going in depth on every little thing, and that's where I want it,
Yeah. I was like, I'm planning on, with any luck, next weekend, I'm gonna go see Thor Ragnarok. And I was extremely ecstatic when I saw in the trailers, I saw Fenrir. I know who that wolf is. A lot of people don't, because they don't know Norse mythology like I do.
I don't know too much about Norse mythology, but I do know Fenrir from Final Fantasy, so...
Okay, basically, Fenrir is kind of the start of Ragnarok. Fenrir was raised by Tyr, the Aesir of the king. Well, actually, he was originally the king of the Norse gods. Fenrir grew up, and prophecy was, he was going to eat the sun and basically start Ragnarok. Well, they wanted to bind him, didn't know how to do it, so they tried chains. He broke out of the chains. They tried everything, he basically broke out of it, so they decided, okay, we're going to try this magical ribbon. Fenrir laughed. He's like, okay, fine, I'll let you do that, but someone's got to put their hand in my mouth. As long as they do it, I'll let you do it. So Tyr went ahead and did it, and they put the ribbon around him. The ribbon stayed, and when Fenrir jolted, he bit Tyr's hand off. And in that, Tyr stepped down from being king of the gods because of the fact it was a sword hand originally that got bit off. So he had to step down. He didn't feel like he was much of a warrior without his other hand.
I see.
Yeah, so that's when Odin stepped up and became king of the gods, basically.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about all this.
That's why I do. Japanese culture, if you notice, a lot of their games will use a lot of Norse mythology, especially in Final Fantasy, where you see like, oh, here's Rama. Well, basically that's Odin, thunder. You'll see him pull out like different, like Valkyrie profile. That was nothing but Norse mythology right there.
I need to play Valkyrie Profile. I know of it because I played a whole bunch of Radiata Stories, which is a highly underrated RPG. That's one of my favorites, and not a lot of people know what it is, but it was made by Tri-Ace, the same people who did Valkyrie Profile.
Yeah, there's actually 2 Valkyrie profiles. There's the first one that was on the PlayStation 1, which is really good. I will admit, it is extremely hard because the game doesn't directly tell you what to do. You will need a strategy guide for that because of the complexity. One of those games. Yeah, but once you get into it, it is really good. I can't sing praises enough for it. I wish I still had a copy. The second one was released on the PlayStation 2. Wasn't too bad. I didn't get a chance to play it that much. What limited I played of it, it wasn't too bad. It was just different. Hey, thanks for the sub, Aaron Ender. I can't even pronounce that other name.
Yeah, thank you very much for the subscription. Very much obliged. If you'd like to follow me on Twitch, get information every time I'm uploading or streaming or whatever. Just click that follow button, get all the info right there. Or you could always donate if you want, and you can be the best girl for the stream. but it's all up to you. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. So, but like I was saying, it's the Japanese culture pulls a lot of like Norse mythology and a lot of their heavier like Japanese influenced games. Like you see it all the time in Final Fantasy, you just don't realize it.
Yeah, like you definitely see a lot of it with the summons and in certain aspects. It's not something that you really need to know Norse mythology to really get, which I like. But then again, Japan in general cribs a lot from other mythologies. Like there's a lot of Christianity and stuff, and like gods and monsters. They really do like these otherworldly creatures and stuff. So, I like that aspect of it. And even though Nintendo doesn't really use a lot or put a lot of those religious aspects into a lot of their games because of their anti-religion rules, but it's still, it's still decent. Yeah. I think what I like about it is that they present it in their method, their way, and it's not wholly accurate, but it does a good enough job. And sorry about the derping stream right now, guys. I don't know what is going on with this connection. It keeps fluctuating whether or not it wants to be good or not.
Yeah. Oh, did you get all the Winnie the Pooh pages?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. The last one is for getting all the Dalmatians.
Oh, that's how you get the last one. Okay, I was always wondering how to get that last one.
Yes. So I have that. I was gonna do it after I get all the Trinities and get all the Dalmatians and stuff. So I checked through. I checked through Traverse Town. I did get all the stuff that I was supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Twilight. Hopefully this stabilizes. I guess maybe it's because we're at a peak period of whatever right now. It could just be Twitch or Restream. It was doing fine the other day. But yeah, I apologize for this. There's nothing I can really do about it at the moment.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, there's Green Trinity here. This is one that I keep forgetting to pick up because it's in an area that you don't really revisit that often.
Oh, yeah, the Wonderland one, yeah. So, I have gotten into a new show, which actually I found pretty interesting. It's actually on the History Channel.
And what is this show?
Forged in Fire.
Interesting.
Because of the fact I've been really big into watching blacksmithing shows like Man at Arms, it's a history show of forge making. People go in, they get materials, they have to make a blade, they have to follow parameters, and they get basically 6 hours to do everything in 3-hour increments, and then they go back, whoever the winners are, top 2 winners, go home for 5 days, forge whatever weapon they tell them they have to make, and come back and it gets tested.
Interesting.
And the winner gets $10,000.
Ooh, okay. So is it kind of like Man at Arms Reforged kind of thing?
Yeah, actually, speaking of which of that, Ilya was on there. But he during this time when he was on it, he'd only been forging for 2 years.
Oh, okay. So it's an older show.
Well, when he was on there, yes, he was on there. I think the first or second season. Yeah, he was on the second season. I'm on the 3rd season right now, watching it, and it's still an awesome show. Because most of the time, when they start off, they make knives. They make like little Bowie knives or whatever they can. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's like, okay, you have a bunch of scrap metal right here that you don't know what the heck it is. You don't know the iron content of it or whatever, but you gotta forge a blade out of it.
That's a hard one, especially for, I'm a machinist by trade, So yeah, I know how hard that is. Like, metals change properties, like, depending on how much is in it and all this other stuff. It can be kind of hard to go about it sometimes. But, you know, if you know what's in it, you know, you have a much better time.
Yeah, and it's like you see them try to take, you know, do the forging, you know, the heating metal, the hammering it, power hammering it, sharpening it, oil quenching it, and then they'll, you know, the three judges will test it, and a lot of times they'll nitpick it. They'll go, okay, well, you got 2 stress fractures here, or you got a crack right here, or hey, your blade's not hard enough because we took a file to it and it wasn't hard enough. And they'll kick you out for that.
Dang. Well, I mean, you didn't tell, like, if you don't tell the content of the metal, that doesn't really help.
No, but I'm sitting here watching some of these Blade Masters and what they're making, and it's like really cool. I mean, I've seen like 2 episodes where they've had 50-plus-year-old men in there doing it, and it's amazing seeing some of the stuff they've made.
Now, can you go back on the show if you've lost one competition, or?
So far from what I've seen, they haven't done that yet. I mean, they brought back some of the. They did an episode where they brought back the fan favorites, and they did an episode of the Champions Championship. But as far as like, they said that you can come back, as far as I know. But I mean, I haven't seen it yet because, like I said, it's their 3rd season.
Okay, so maybe they want to wait. Like, maybe the contestants wait a little bit before they get some of it. Anyway, yeah. I think this is Dalmatians here. Yeah, no, that's Orichalcum.
Excuse me.
Just getting a whole bunch of hidden chests right now. All right, so we got
and just
Flare G. It's over here.
Yep.
Okay, 19, 20, and 21 for the Dalmatians.
Now, you have been going back to the Dalmatian place every so often and getting the gifts that the mama gives you.
No, I go all at once.
Oh, well, that works too.
I prefer it that way. It's just easier.
Yeah.
Alright, and then there's one more place that I need to go. I need to go to the top of the bazaar room because there's a hidden Dalmatian that's really cryptic. Like, I'm surprised I had to use a guide to figure it out. Like, that's how stupid it is in its placement in Lotus Forest. Because it's not even in the main area of any of the game, and it's not, like, hidden by Trinity or anything. Like, this is something you have to find a group of flowers that ask you to use Thundara on them. And and then that's where one of the Dalmatian groups is hid. And that was the last one I found in the PS3 version.
Yeah. Yes, Twilight. We're just tying up loose ends.
Yeah, this is a casual stream, so.
Now, are you familiar enough with how to make Damascus?
The what?
Making Damascus metal.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Or Damascus steel, I should say. Alright, Damascus steel is basically taking 2 metals and basically forging them together with, I think it's with metal shavings to kind of act as a kind of a welding. And it kind of brings out this like dark with like kind of rainbow-ish effects in the metal. It's really beautiful and it's really strong if made correctly.
Okay.
There's different ways of doing it, but one of the ways they do it in the show is you see them have to make it in as a bucket, and that is extremely difficult to do. Because the challenge was they wanted you to make a Damascus weld out of 2 or more metals, and then that's not counting the dust they have to use as a compact. And then you have to heat it up enough to where the metal is fusing together, and then you gotta take it out before you can start forging it out.
Interesting.
I was watching this going, wow, that's tough.
Okay.
Most of the time I've seen a lot of from Man at Arms, I've seen a lot of domestics being made from the little short strips of metal that they've made it out of different steels of different qualities. So yeah, it's rather difficult.
All right, so
I think Lady Luck was a sword.
Yeah, Lady Luck is a sword. It's not very good. I mean, I guess it has. It's just okay.
Yeah, I mean that's one you want to get early on and to have a decent blade for a little bit.
But it's hidden by White Trinity in this version, so
yeah,
which in
the original it wasn't. I don't think, was it?
I can't remember because I know they switched around some placements of enemies and stuff like that, but I can never remember what the exact differences are. I obviously know like the visual differences here and there and stuff like that. But anyway, that's everything that's everything in Wonderland at least.
Yeah. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to catch Forged in Fire, I think you being a machinist would probably enjoy it rather a lot.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, we finished that world up. There's not too much extra in Wonderland, but there's definitely stuff that you will miss. On
So what's next?
Olympus Coliseum.
Oh, I thought we were going to go next.
Go to what?
I thought you were going to go to Agrabah next.
No, dude, that's skipping like 2 worlds. There's still Deep Jungle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Deep Jungle. Oh, sorry, I've been battling a cold for the last weeks.
I wish I could forget about Deep Jungle, but it's not something I can do.
I mean, admittedly, Deep Jungle, while it had its problems, being the boss mostly, for what it was an interesting level, to say the least.
I just don't like the level design. Okay, so that's a Violetta for Donald. Which, it reduces his MP, which is... Like, why are you giving me stuff that reduces his MP? His whole point is he's a mage.
Yeah, it's like, why?
He's supposed to, like, look at how many MP bars I have for him. He is primarily the magic user and the healer of the party.
Yeah, you lose like 2.
Yeah. So,
and here's what kills me. It's like, you don't get access to the White Trinities till, like, what, almost near end-game. And then you go back and go get this, and it's like, oh yeah, this weapon increases your strength, but it lowers your magic.
It's not useful, which is the problem.
Exactly.
So, if I recall correctly, that's everything in Olympus Coliseum. Because I already...
You already got the gold, the yellow Trinity here?
Yeah, I sealed the keyhole already.
Okay.
And I already got the green Trinity over there, so let's see. So that's just a White Trinity. I'm going to go on to Deep Jungle. I know there's a White Trinity there. And I know there's something on top of the house that I don't have. So basically, I have to go to both sides of the map. I'll go to the cliff first.
Yeah. Twilight, yeah, you can make Donald as a red mage, but it's gonna hurt you in the end. Mostly because of that Donald's not built. They didn't design him to be like that. They designed him to be more of a mage character. And they designed Goofy to be kind of a tank. So, I mean, you can give him the attackable shields, but in the end, it's not worth it, really.
Alright, so let's see. Alright. there's nothing in the camp. Pretty much got everything. Ooh, lots of wizards. Okay.
Wizards are gonna be bored.
I'm trying to get the drop for the wizard's relic. And that takes a while. And I'm surprised I haven't gotten anything from the defenders, because I have faced tons of defenders, but I still haven't gotten any of the shields. And it's a very low drop rate for that. But at the same time, I fought a lot of them just like in the past, 3 sessions.
Isn't there like a mixed set that you can get in this game, like it's armor or accessory armor and your weapon to increase rarity drop rates or something like that?
It's called Lucky Strike. It's an ability, and you can equip 3, 1 for each character. I have 2 equipped.
Okay.
So I have been playing this correctly. It's just it's a very low drop rate, and unfortunately I haven't been lucky. Like in my PS3 game that I've been playing, I still haven't completed it because I want to complete them both at like the same time. But in the PS3 version, I already have the Wizard's Relic because that actually dropped in Hollow Bastion when I was doing my grind for all the Trinities. So maybe when I get back there, then Twilight, I haven't done any of the super bosses. I'm waiting until after I do Hades Cup.
And not only that, but he also wants to try to get the Ultima Keyblade too.
Yeah, there's a lot that I kind of have to do before I even get to the end game, especially because I want to show you guys the hidden ending. Also, I'm hoping when I actually fight these super bosses that my streaming quality will be a little bit better. It's stabilized now, I think, but the beginning of the stream was... I apologize for that, guys. I think that might have to do with just the area that I'm in. Some days it does really, really well with my router. Some days it's just... I don't have any signal for no reason. I don't know why. I'm in a pocket dimension where I live, so...
hey, don't blame the doctor on that.
I'm going to be moving soon, so, I'm
looking... Oh, that's right. You mentioned that to me, didn't you?
I'm looking for a new apartment right now, and my parents are as well. The only problem with that being that a lot of time where like a new notice comes up for a new apartment, people snatch that like in seconds.
Yeah.
But it's really only word of mouth with some of this stuff. So I'm just hoping to get out of this pocket, just out of this pocket dimension into a place that has phone signal for any provider that has better internet. Right now, we're using like this weird third-party Wi-Fi, and it works some of the time, but other times it doesn't. And T-Mobile and Verizon do not have signal over in this area, so it's...
So who's your phone provider?
Well, I have T-Mobile.
Okay.
So I switched from Verizon.
Okay. Because my wife and I, we have Sprint for phone.
Sprint is worse.
Well, actually, Sprint out here is not too bad.
Yeah, but where I'm at, it doesn't have any.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just staying for down here.
Yeah, but
down in the south.
That doesn't help me.
Oh, that'll help you. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind that.
All right, we got the White Trinity in here. What is this? Or Chalchum. Okay. Pretty much synthesis materials or like weapons that would have been useful earlier.
Yeah, because most of the synthesis stuff you're getting is mostly for the Ultima Keyblade.
For the most part, yeah.
But you still need you need to unlock it by doing the other stuff.
Yeah, I've done a few of them. I think I have like maybe 12 out of the 18 on this playthrough. The other one
Yeah.
I have much more, but it just I kind of been neglecting it for the stream because you really have to grind for some of this stuff. I was gonna wait for like later.
Yeah, because getting some of the items. I tried to when I started playing it again, because I started my game following it over again because I did not remember where I was. I did not remember what I did or anything, so I was like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna start from the beginning, just go from there. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna try to get some of the rare stuff that I can now, so it's one less thing I got to worry about later.
The problem is some of the heartless that they added. Some of the heartless that they added like are actually pretty cool and easy to get the like secret stuff from. Like I showcased the stealth shadows, which all you gotta do is beat them, but they're invisible for most of the match. And then for the other one that I showcased, I think I showcased the Thunder Blade, the Black Blade, which is basically you gotta pick the correct one. And there's also the Gigas Shadow, which you just gotta defeat them without getting hit. Like, of those that I've shown, which I haven't gotten out of my way to do, those are fine. Some of them are hard, like the Sniper Wild is the worst, and the Pink Agaricus, because you need all your upgrades just to get enough hits for the item drop.
Yeah, and for me, I was having a hard time with the white mushrooms in the beginning because it's like they want you to have like they want you to have all your spells.
Yeah,
they want you to be able to go to them real quick.
For a lot of the white mushrooms, I do that early on in game. I'm trying to think. Did I do it here? Only Blizzard and Thunder. Okay, so I'll have to go back and do that later because you need that for a weapon. But for the most part, it's not too bad. When I initially played this game as a kid, I never did any of that, but that's because I was intimidated by it. Like the rare truffles, you don't have to do that. It's much easier to get the white mushrooms because those give you the mystery goo and the arts items, and both of them are needed for weapons and synthesis. So
yeah.
I'm very much underleveled right now. I beat both of the last bosses in Hollow Bastion by using strategy, like Maleficent Dragon and Riku 2. I was pretty underleveled for actually, but I managed to beat them with strategy. I think later I'm gonna have to rely less on strategy because right now I was riding on the seat of my pants with some of those battles because I was just doing it all in one session. I was just like, you know what, I'll just get this done now, get it all out of the way, because I didn't want to have to grind, and I did fine.
Yeah, we need to get Donald's HP up a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, I have all his stats set to magic and not defense or offense, which is why he keeps getting hit.
Yeah. Now, I just saw this video earlier this week. So I found out that next year, a bunch of new anime and some seasons are coming out. Like the new season of Tokyo Ghoul is coming out next year. And Sataname, or One Punch, I should say. But
There's
also
a whole bunch of second seasons.
But we're also getting the anime series of Persona 5.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was actually there. It was announced at Con Bravo when I was in the middle of a panel. So I actually discovered that. Oh, by the way, there's a Trinity here. It's a green Trinity, so you can't see it.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, that was a pain in the butt to find.
Yeah, I only remember... I only know about it because I had the strategy guide. But, wow. Okay, so we have all the Trinity ladders. We have 2 more Trinity push. And then 1 Trinity charge, and then the rest is white.
Yep.
Dalmatians, we have 66 of them. And I'm pretty sure I know where all the rest of this stuff is. It's just a question of, okay, did I go to the right area, whatnot.
Yeah, we gotta find that last red one.
That one actually, I believe, is still at Hollow Bastion, in the ruins of the manor.
Okay.
I believe. It's been a while. Alright, these guys. I'm gonna reset the area because I need to get those treasure chests. Oh yeah, I need to get the mini games too. I'll worry about those later. You don't even have to beat the mini games. You just have to register in the mini games.
Mm-hmm.
There's the jungle slider. There's the the vine swinging. And if I remember correctly, there's just the 100-acre wood left for mini games.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I actually went through the 100-acre wood recently. I think it's a fine level. I don't think it's bad. It's not Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I love Kingdom Hearts 1. Don't get me wrong; that's always gonna have a special place in my heart. But I think 2 is significantly better, mostly because of the tone it took, the story, and a lot of the levels. Because I love a lot of the level designs.
I would agree with you, except for one thing. Like, I like some of the level design, but I wish there was more secrets to them. Because there's hardly anything hidden or any puzzles or anything. And there's not a lot of verticality to them either.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that. But I did like what they did with it. I mean, I like for the fact that how they incorporated more of some of the Final Fantasy characters. I also like for the fact they incorporated Pirates of the Caribbean. They put Mulan in there, which I was wondering when they were going to do that.
Surprisingly, Disney doesn't like to talk about Mulan, which is weird because I think it's one of their best movies. But ever since everyone said, "Oh, it's racially insensitive," but I'm like, no, it's a fantastic film, and it's a great coming-of-age story, very empowering towards women. I think Mulan is great.
Yeah, I agree. I like Mulan. I thought everything they did in the movie was great. I love for the fact that they paid homage to, the original, the original philosophy of their culture. I'm surprised they didn't put anything from Pocahontas in any of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Because they want to forget about Pocahontas.
Well, yeah, because they screwed up. They screwed up the story, for one thing.
That's not the problem. Here's the thing. Every single Disney film is not historically accurate.
Oh, that's no kidding.
Hercules is not historically accurate, blah, 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 blah. I don't care that the story's wrong. You know what? They Disneyfied it. The original story, everyone dies. The end. That we pretty much killed and slaughtered all those people.
Yeah.
So Disney telling a version of that story, obviously they're going to take liberties. That's not my problem. The problem is the presentation.
Yeah.
And I think parts of it still do hold up. Just like I will defend Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2 as not that bad.
I was waiting for the butt to come in.
There are problems to it, like the lip syncing and the timing on the button commands. But if you're doing Atlantica and people complained about, people complained about a lot of things before. Hold on, let me do this. People complained about certain aspects of it, but like it's not nearly as bad as it could have been. And if you're going with a musical setting, I mean, that if you're going for a musical setting, it fits within a Disney atmosphere. It's not perfect. It's obviously got its problems, but I think people complained about the way it was in the first game with the swimming controls, and so they tried to make it. They made it optional like Coliseum. They didn't put a focus on it, but they put in a little something for the kids, you know, where they could actually like sing along and have fun. I play it every time because I'm a completionist, but I don't do it regrettingly. Why are you still here? I guess I'll go through this. I went through this whole section just so I didn't have to deal with the Pink Agaricus, because I'm not prepared to deal with the Pink Agaricus, but I need it. I need to do this, get these enemies out of the way, just so I can get the chests. So.
So I'm hoping when Kingdom Hearts 3 finally comes out, I'm hoping it's not only going to be really good, I'm hoping they're going to fix a lot of the issues that we, the players, have been saying to them to fix for God knows how many years.
It depends. It really does depend. I definitely think they're going to fix some things, but there's going to be quite a few things that they aren't going to fix because, one, I know they're going to be stubborn on certain things. Like, the story is going to stay as it is, and a lot of people complain about the story. I don't think it's very convoluted. Then again, I have not played any of, you know, Birth by Sleep and stuff like that, and I hear that's where Birth by Sleep and the other one, Dream Drop Distance, I hear that's where the shit hits the fan and time travel's involved. But I'm like, everyone just hates on it because there's time travel, and I'm like, but Back to the Future?
Doctor Who? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Like, there is a way to make it work. Oh, crap. Where is this?
Yeah, where is that Trinity?
No, I'm not looking for the Trinity. I'm looking for the mushroom because I kind of need him out of the way so I can get the treasure chest.
Oh.
I know he's in this vicinity. Merg. Maybe he's down here.
So there's what? Supposed to be, 3 of them, I think?
Yeah, there's 3. And then the Pink Agaricus is summoned. And I'm just like, I don't want to have to deal with these guys.
What if he's in the rafters, in the inside of the roof?
Oh yeah, because I didn't go up there. I went around.
Yeah.
He could be up in the actual rafters.
Oh, see, now you're assuming it's gender.
Triggered. Triggered. Now all the comments are gonna be just about that. You've ruined the stream. Oh god. Anyway, let's see. So, let's check up here.
Yeah.
He's probably waiting for me, like, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there.
See, I was right. Oh, man. So, I was watching some of BlizzCon, and a lot of people are pissed because of the fact they're like, okay, you're making StarCraft 2 free. Okay, free to play. Okay, that's kind of cool. Can we get some information about Diablo 3? And they're like, nope. And it's like, well, can we get any new IPs or anything? Nope. Okay, no new IPs. Okay, what's the point being here?
I don't know. Honestly, they're probably gonna milk everything for what it's worth.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you kill this thing?
It's not about killing him, it's about hitting him enough times make him drop something. It should be. Is it glitching on me?
Let's hope not. And yet he's doing the chicken dance.
I think because he fell through the floor,
He's glitching. No. And you need that item too.
Yeah, I just want to get out of this world. It's my least favorite world in the game. It's got all these problems, and I just want to get out of the way. Just get out of the way. If I wanted to do the pink agaricus, I would have gone to Atlantica.
A little bit easier.
Yeah, they're all in the same location. Although, that has its own problems. Because you lose half of your combat abilities.
Yeah, because you're underwater, right?
So you can't hit him as much, I don't think. Because I've gotten the pink agaricus here, but he didn't fall through the floor when he appeared.
So my one of my friends at work gave me his copy of the new Metroid game.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, it's mostly because of the fact he doesn't have time to play because he's playing other games and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, cool, because I'm having more fun with it, and I grew up playing Metroid. You know, it's one of those games that you always find that one game that always sticks with you from when you played it as a child.
For me, it was Metroid Prime.
For me, it was the original Metroid because I grew up in the 80s, so.
Yeah, I wasn't around in that era, but I only heard about it when my friend was playing Metroid Prime on his GameCube, and I'm like, okay, well, I need a GameCube now because this is fantastic. That was the first game I got.
Well, the Metroid Prime series is awesome, and I'm happy actually that Nintendo is actually agreeing with us and giving us a Metroid Prime 4.
Hopefully it doesn't have any motion controls. Like, I didn't play 3 because of that issue, really, because I bought it. I have that and Metroid Prime Trilogy. It's just, I'm not a big fan of motion controls in this kind of aspect, but then again, I guess I could just, maybe I should just try it out. I don't know. For Metroid Prime, it might work.
Yeah.
I prefer the old school GameCube controller and control scheme.
So I'm playing through Metroid 2 Return of Samus, and I'm like, okay, this is really great. And I'm like, okay, and I'm playing the new one, and I'm like, oh, holy crap, this is like a whole new bag of holy. It's harder than I remember, and there's like more stuff to do, and you're getting new stuff to help you, and it's like, it's not enough. Crap, where do I find all this stuff I need? None of the original tactics I had when I played this game originally work.
From what I hear, it's a lot harder, but you have all the skills of the other games.
Yeah, you get a lot of the skills. They put in there like the original, like the spider ball, which is where it originally started in, which was Metroid 2. It's where the spider ball started. You get the grappling hook, which that wasn't introduced until Metroid 3, on the Super Metroid.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the other games besides Prime, so I really should, but
yeah.
Where'd this enemy go? God damn it. I hate how enemies spawn right where I'm at the chest. It takes forever to get to the chest, and then...
In all honesty, I mean, the first one, if you played what was it? Zero Mission, Metroid Zero Mission, which was released on the GBA, it's essentially the original first one, just updated and redone.
Okay.
If you want to go for... old retro, I guess is how you would want to call it nowadays, then yeah, you could go for the old NES version, which is gonna be it's gonna be Nintendo hard.
Boy. See,
Yeah.
I'm bad at old school Nintendo games. I played Castlevania and I sucked at it. Like, it's... I don't like games that are hard because of archaic difficulty. A game should not be hard simply based on archaic design. That's the quickest way to piss me off.
Yeah, but you gotta remember that's the game. That's how I grew up playing games, and that's how I'm kind of a decent gamer today, because I'm used to that kind of difficulty level.
I've had difficult games, you know, Shadow of the Colossus, trying to beat the hard time attack on that one Colossus number 3. You have to essentially cheat the game in order to do it by jumping on his sword and having his sword launch you up. It's possible to do, but it's hard. And yes, I'm going to get that on stream because I'm going to be getting the PS4 remake, and also because I'm going to be reviewing
said
games. It's on my list in, like, I think it's the 9th slot or whatever like that, because right now it's all the Danganronpa properties, which that's, you know, 4 games so far, but there's also the animes. But then there's Zero Escape. I'm having my indie. I think it's the indie marathon after that, but that was all for Protect Chain. Fuck you, game. Alright, I'm gonna get the vine swinging mini game, and then we're gonna leave this world forever.
Not forever, because you know you're gonna have to come back for something for this one.
Oh yeah, well, it's not that bad. Like, the black blade is pretty easy to get.
Oh yeah.
And it's easy to get too. And then we're gonna have to do the pink Agaricus, which is gonna suck. And now I'm gonna register the vine swinging mini game. Oh god, this
could be worse.
I'm not a big fan of the mini games in Kingdom Hearts. I never play them, aside from maybe Winnie the Pooh. But even then, like, I don't really enjoy.
Yeah, a lot of times I don't see a point in some mini games in a lot of the AAA games. Like, if they're there for fun, for a little offshoot, like how Final Fantasy VII did it was good, because it was designed to be, okay, here's something to kind of like take your mind off things. You know, you're doing all this stuff, you're doing this grand big adventure, you need to unwind. So here's something you can go do. If you get all this, hey, you can get the final, you know, limit break for Cloud, but at least it's something fun to do.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I liked things in that regard. Like, I really like Blitzball, and stuff like that. I like stuff that adds to the world, or side stuff, like in Final Fantasy X, getting the final weapons for all of them. Like, you can do little things. Granted, I have never done the dodge all of those lightning strikes one, but I guess there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, every time when I tried to do that, I kept hearing his voice say, "Dodge!" So yeah.
All right, we're leaving this world. We're getting out of here.
I mean, but there's stuff in some games that I just was like, why is this in here? This is stupid. For example, like in Final Fantasy VIII, this was one of my pet peeves with this game. The only way for you to get new weapons was for you to find the magazines and then go grind for the items so you can make new weapons.
That's odd.
And I was like, why are you doing this? Let me just go to the shop, let me buy the weapons and be done with it. No, you have to go in, find the magazine, the weapon magazine that tells you how to make the weapons for each character. Go farm the parts for it, and then go make it. And then buy the blade. Why?
That seems a little bit
Redundant.
redundant. Yeah.
I mean, I like the draw ability. I mean, I thought that was kind of cool, but I just didn't like for the fact you had to do that every single time if you wanted to get spells.
I like the idea of drawing magic from enemies, but there should be a way to level it up by using it or something like that.
Yeah, and I also think that once you have the spell, it should be permanently in with you, not something like, oh, you can only use the spell 5 times. Oh, the spell's gone. You can't use it anymore. You got to go, drain it from another monster. Why?
Yeah,
I had the spell. I should know it.
I should let you guys know I have not gotten far in Final Fantasy VIII. I think the most I put in is 2 hours. I didn't know where to go. I really did not like the game instantly, and I put it down. I haven't played it since, and I'm going to have to at some point. I understand that. Just not a big fan.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who bought the game, thought it was going to be great, because he played Final Fantasy VII, got all the way, I think it was like the 3rd disc, took the game out, put it in the case, and threw it out the window. He was that pissed off at it.
That's harsh.
Because he was like, he was like, I can't stand this. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm still with the beginning weapons. I'm doing little to no damage. I don't know. There's no way to get new weapons. I'd rather go dance in a minefield than deal with this.
Alright, so what I'm showing you guys right here, there's the Pot Scorpion, is one of the secret bosses. Now, for the longest time, I thought you actually needed to fight him to get the item. No, there's a very simple way of doing it. You gotta break all the pots without breaking the one that it's in, and you can figure that out by pushing them, because the normal pots you can move. That's a handy trick I wish I knew a long time ago. Plus it gives you a lot of tech points, so you can keep coming back to this if you need to.
Yep.
So that's there. I believe there's a 30% chance of it showing up. So. I hate how there's only large bodies here. When the large bodies level up, they get annoying. It doesn't take much to destroy them, but at the same time, they deal out so much physical pain, and there's tons of them at the same time.
Yeah, and there's only really, if you're trying to do it physically, there's only, really one way to really kill them. Magic-wise, it's still the same, but it's,
The fat bodies are worse, because, they don't get as much of a boost, but the fat bandits, in general, when you get a group of them in this game on Proud Mode, they surround you and easily just take you out, because you'll focus on one, but then you'll get blindsided by the other, especially when you have 2 or 3 in the same group.
Oh yeah. Granted, they give you a lot of experience, but it's it's not really worth it.
Yeah, it's not. There are better ways to grind experience. I prefer the Invisibles, or Wyverns, Wizards, Dark Balls. Defenders on occasion, it really depends.
Yeah. So, I've been thinking about this, and I was trying to figure out what games would be good to see come back from either my childhood or some of my friends' childhoods that they grew up playing that they loved, but remade with today's graphics or the new Unreal Engine. And I've been thinking about it, and I was like, well, I wouldn't mind seeing Legend of Zelda Oracle in Time. I wouldn't mind seeing that redone, fixed up, made the graphics a little bit smoother, make it all nice and pretty. Don't really change a lot of it, but change up enough to kind of give you a little goody goodies. But still, up the graphics some, make it a little pretty.
I'm not sure what I would update, because there's a lot of games that I would like to receive, like, more love. Maybe Radiata Stories. I think that's a good contender. I think there's a lot of JRPGs that just don't get a lot of love that they should. But there's also not just JRPGs. Like, I feel like there should be a lot of video game remakes. If only because a lot of the modern games right now are just not very fun. Especially with, like, all the loot boxes and stuff like that. It not always a fun time.
Yeah, because it's like, you see a lot of these indie games that are coming out that the games are great, but they're 8-bit, and you're like, oh my god, this is so great. I don't care about the graphics because the gameplay is solid. The controls are tight. The gameplay is phenomenal. The story is great. I don't care how the game looks. All you're caring about is how the game plays.
And a game should ride based on the gameplay. That's the most important part to me. Gameplay and story.
Yeah.
If one of those outshines another, then, you know, sometimes it can work. You know, sometimes bad gameplay can be forgiven by great story and vice versa. But it needs to have one at least for it to be considered a worthwhile game.
Yeah, I mean, you get games like Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh my god, these." Well, yes, it looks pretty, but to me, it's over hard. It's
on purpose though. That I don't really like Dark Souls. I tried playing Demon Souls, and I'm not very far in it. But it's one of those things where it's hard just for the sake of being hard.
Yeah, and I don't like games like that. I mean, it goes beyond the, like, old retro hard, and I'm like, no. I don't mind if a game's gonna be hard. I'm fine with that, but make it to the point to where it's still playable.
All right. We just found some more Dalmatians. We got 72 out of 99, so we got about 37 more.
Oh yay, more of those stinking puppies.
All right. The next set is inside here.
Oh, did you ever get those treasures out of that treasure room?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That was one where I just needed to go use high jump.
Okay, and you figured out how to get the gems with a boo?
You don't need a boo. You just use high jump, and you can get up there.
Okay. But like I was saying, it's like, some people forget, you know, games are supposed to be fun. And they're supposed to be challenging, but they're supposed to be fun. You're supposed to grow and gain skills in the game. It's like, yeah, it's meant to be a challenge, but when you get to Dark Souls and Demon Souls and even Bloodborne, it's like, it's hard to be on purpose, and it takes the enjoyment out.
I don't really see the appeal. Some people like it, some people don't. More power to you if you like it. I have friends who swear by the series, but you know.
Oh, I do too. I mean, I don't mind watching, like, LPs of them because I like the aesthetics, I like the look. I just don't really care for playing it.
I think for me, I think in my case, like, I have a lot of friends who try to force me to play them. They're like, oh, play Dark Souls, like, it's the best game ever. You have to play it. You haven't played Dark Souls? Like, no. I hate when you ask me. The worst thing you can do, and the quickest way to make me not play a popular game, is to just nag me constantly about it and say, why haven't you played it? It's the best thing ever. Go do it now. Like, eat the broccoli, you sissy boy.
Kind of force it down your throat type shit.
Yeah, that to me is annoying. Unless you're a patron, In which case, in which case I can understand why you would keep asking me to do it.
And then you're kind of forced to do it.
Then I'm kind of forced to do it, but that's a different story. You're a paying customer.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't mind playing it. I'll give it a shot. I mean, at least I'll give it a college try. But if I don't like it, I'll just say, I don't like it. I mean, there's games where I've sit there and played and beaten, and I'm like, yeah, that was fun, and why did I play this?
All right, so we got two things here. We got Dalmatians and Haste G. Okay.
You need a boo.
No, you don't.
No. You don't.
Refresh the page. You're a little bit behind.
Alright, I'm gonna refresh it then. Let's see what happens. In all honesty, I would love to see... there we go. I would love to see somebody, or Crystal Dynamics, go back and redo the whole Legacy of Kain games, if possible.
I've heard good things about them. I've just never played them. I have Soul Reaver. I got that from a friend who just gave it to me. He's like, I'm not using it. I have a bunch of these old games. I'm like, okay, I'll take free games. It doesn't even even if they're bad, free games is free games, man.
Well, okay, see, here's the thing about the whole Legacy of Kain series. You're gonna need to start off with Blood Omen 1 because that's where it originally all starts. But that was made from a different company. That was made from Silicon Knights and Crystal Dynamics. And there was a whole big crap load of stuff that happened between those two. But it sets up the story of everything. Now, the actual correct chronological... I can't even talk tonight. The correct time... Yeah, thank you. Order of the whole series goes... And this is going to sound screwed up. Blood Omen 1, Soul Reaver, Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, and then Defiance.
Okay.
The whole game revolves around basically paradox, time paradox, and fate. Now, in the first game, I'm not going to spoil everything of it because I actually do want you to get it. I do want you to play it, even if you have to get like a ROM and play it on an emulator. I do think you should play it. You play as originally you were a nobleman named Kain, who was basically got killed
by Abel.
You guys, no, you basically got a sword piercing through your heart from the back, and I mean you see a little bit of the backstory of what happened like 20 plus years beforehand, but you wake up, a necromancer's there. He's like, hey, I'll bring you back to life, and you can go get your revenge if you want. And you're like, fine, I don't care. I want my revenge. And he's like, okay. So he pulls the sword out, brings you back to life, and makes you a vampire.
Okay.
So you start off basically as a fledgling vampire, going through all of Nosgoth, which is the world you're playing in, discovering, going through everything, getting your powers. You find out that you've got to go through and kill all the guardians of the Pillars of Nosgoth, which are supposed to be you got to kill the guardians, and then you'll be able to, you should get cured. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Soul Reaver takes place a couple millennia after Blood Omen. And you play as Kane's first lieutenant, Raziel. And the reason why he looks like he does in the cover art is because, well, Kane is supposed to get the first gifts before anybody else because Kane's the firstborn. Problem is, after Kane gets his first power, then it goes down the line. Well, Raziel surpassed him and got a power before he did. Raziel got bat wings. He showed him to Kane. He was, very proud of him. But Kane was like, you know what? Not gonna have it. So he rips the bones out of the wings.
Ew.
And throws him into into a whirlpool of water, which water is acid to vampires in Nosgoth. And he dies. And then you wake up. Well, he wakes up in the world of the dead and has to basically. It's basically a revenge story for him. But he's got to uncover the truth of what's really going on.
Okay.
The game series is one of my personal favorites because of the fact you're not playing a hero, you're playing an anti-hero. And I love... I cannot sing praises... I can sing praises for eons of how much I love playing anti-hero games. Mostly because of the fact, yes, you're still a bad guy, but you're doing good things, even though it's for your own personal gain. And you don't see that in a lot of games today.
There's too much grim, dark stuff. Like, the thing is, with an anti-hero, in order to make it work, you gotta have at least some sympathy for them. Like, even like in something like God of War, you have sympathy for Kratos. Even though he's not a good person, you still understand where he's coming from.
Right, and you still understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Like, it's not something that happens for no reason. There has to be a lot of stakes to it, rather than I'm dark and edgy and I kill stuff. Darkness, no parents.
Yeah, we're not trying to be Batman here. We're not trying to do the whole Batman thing. I'd rather us do the whole, Deadpool, maybe?
Deadpool is a stretch. He's an anti-hero, but, like, he's not meant to be liked.
But he is.
Like, I like him as a character, but he's not a good guy. Like, people tend to forget about that because he kills everybody. And there's many times in the comics where he just flat out says, fuck you guys. I'm a mercenary. I'm not here to save the world,
Yeah. I mean, and there's times where in the comics where he has said, look, I'll go ahead and save the world, blah, 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 I don't care. Just, you guys owe me one. And, I mean, I've read a lot of the Deadpool comics. And in all honesty, when his vampire wife left him to go be with Dracula, I was really heartbroken for the guy. Even though he was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. You could tell the dude was hurting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. Because he was actually happy with her.
Rule number 1 of comics, people can never be happy. Your marriage will be taken away because Dan Didio hates you.
Yeah. I mean, we just got done with the freaking Secret Empires arc. Oh my god, that was an awesome arc. I loved every minute of it. I wish they could have stretched it out just a little bit longer, but still, it was great. That should have been Civil War. In all honesty.
I liked Civil War. I think it's a great film.
I'm talking about comic-wise.
Oh, well, I haven't read the Civil War comic because I like the movie.
Well, yeah. I wish Marvel had gotten more rights to the characters.
That's something that can't be helped. Like, that's beyond
Well,
anyone's. You know, even if they had gotten the rights to the character, somebody would have bitched about something. I'm glad they did what they did. It fit in with their universe.
Yeah.
Besides,
I know they're still trying to get at least the X-Men back into their hands.
I want them to do Fantastic Four right, but you know,
Yeah.
it's not something that you can do easily.
I mean, admittedly, I did like the first Fantastic Four movie. I thought it was pretty good.
It was okay. It hasn't aged well. It's not bad per se. It's just not very good.
Yeah, to me, I didn't like the second one though.
Well, the second one sucked because they didn't get Galactus right. If you get Galactus wrong, there's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, a big cloud. I mean, come on. Ugh. I mean, they got the Silver Surfer right at least.
For the most part. I mean, I think they made him a little bit too much of a whiny bitch.
Well, he kind of is that way in the comics.
It's a give or take.
And then there's what was it? I mean, I did see Logan and loved Logan. I thought that was a really great movie. Especially like if you like pay attention to like a lot of the certain scenes, especially like at the end, you see that he makes a callback to X-Men. Especially what X-22 does for him.
I don't know enough about the X-Men to really do that, to really talk too much about that, but I've only seen the animated series and all the movies, but even the movies, like, I love Logan, but the biggest problem I have is I have no idea what the fuck is going on with the continuity because they didn't deign to tell us in the movie itself.
Okay. As continuity-wise, as far as what?
Which
I mean, I may not be able to explain it.
It was supposed to be after Days of Future Past, but in Days of Future Past, we made things good again.
Okay. Technically, this is still the original timeline. Logan was taking place in the original timeline. This was not taking during the Days of Future Past timeline. I mean, that timeline changed, but then when we went to X-Men, what was it?
Origins?
Yeah, Origins. Well, not Origins, because that was Wolverine Origins.
Days of Future Past or First Class?
The one after First Class. Yes, thank you.
That was before it, but okay.
Yeah. When we did, because First Class started up that timeline. That started up a different timeline for them because they wanted to be able to continue with the X-Men franchise, but without the original actors they had because they knew they weren't going to come back.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Deadpool said it right. These timelines are so confusing.
Yeah, the continuity in the freaking timelines of X-Men is confusing sometimes if you're not paying attention to what the heck is going on.
It retcons itself like twice. Ooh, okay, so what we have here is one of the new Heartless. It's called the Chimera. It's for Final Mix. And the only way to defeat it is by defeating the balls inside of it. It has these little, like, 3 differently colored balls inside of it, and you gotta beat the shit out of it to get it to reveal them.
I would go Beavis and Butthead, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna stay clappy.
And then, so he will summon Heartless, he will do a whole bunch of other stuff. You just gotta keep on attacking it, and attack the colored balls. And so he has 2 health bars. Granted, he's not a hard one to defeat, but I just like the concept of this. It's like it's a two-phase kind of boss fight, really. and you really gotta pay attention to positioning. But it also gives you a ton of tech points.
Oh yeah, and a bunch of. I mean, you've already gained a level, and you gain more AP, or at least 1 AP point, I should say.
Yeah. The only problem is he keeps summoning all these other Heartless, so you gotta deal with him as well.
Look at his cannon fodder.
He's a little bit easier on later levels. I actually prefer to fight him when I'm a little bit higher. But I completely forgot that he was here. I honestly wasn't even trying to fight him.
Yeah.
But he's not bad. Like, I have him down to about a quarter health. So.
Yeah. Did you just kill him?
No.
Okay.
He's right there.
Okay, I see him now. Oh, man. So, I was reading an article that in the comics, Logan is coming back to life. He's coming out of the adamantium shell, and he's going to have an Infinity Stone with him.
Really?
Yep.
So they're going to try to do Infinity War in the comics, too?
Well, they already did. Well, they already did the Infinity War in the comics a long time ago.
I know, but they're gonna try to redo it just because the film's coming out, and I think that's stupid. Because they redid Civil War, they redid Secret Wars, you know, they're redoing all the comics that they thought were great, and I'm just like, don't redo them. Just make new stories. It's not hard. Find something new, do it. Stop. This guy is not letting me hurt him.
What do you think he's gonna let you just? You think he's just gonna stand there and let you wail on him?
Yes, but he gives you the blazing stone, and the blazing stone is actually a synthesis item for later. But anyway, those things are dead. We can use the red Trinity here.
Okay, and get the treasure chest that's on top of the archway.
Yep. Now, this is the last red Trinity. It has a mithril shard in it. Let's see. We just have one more yellow Trinity, which is a Hollow Bastion, and 4 white Trinities. And Dalmatians, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets remaining.
Yeah. So I saw Tamara's never seen video today. I went and watched it, and she watched the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh boy.
I was like, oh my god, why did you see that?
Oh, there are more.
I even asked myself, why did I watch that movie when I was a kid? Because I went to the theaters with my father, and I watched that movie, and I was like, oh my god, why did I watch this movie? It was nothing like the video games. It was just utter garbage.
I would argue against that. There is stuff from the video games in there. Not a lot, but you know, the giant fish is in there as the woman, Big Bertha.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot of references to the games. It's not presented in the right manner. Exactly.
Yeah, and the super jump boots, and then like the cannons are freaking super scopes. Super Scopes get Super Scope 6s.
Well, Nintendo, they made an entire movie called The Wizard to advertise a game. Obviously, they would make a movie just to advertise.
Okay,
Super
at
Scope.
least the Wizard was good.
No, it wasn't. The Wizard wasn't good. It's about a guy who wants to go to California, and he's so stupid.
Look, it was better. Look, if you're comparing Wizard to Super Mario Brothers, which one's better?
Super Mario Brothers.
What?
At least it's entertainingly bad. Wizard was boring.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with you all. I'm sorry. No. I think Wizard was better.
Say what you will. Alright, so I think that's everything in Halloween Town. I am now in Neverland. Neverland does not have too many hidden stuff.
No, it's actually kind of linear.
Which is good, because I can get everything pretty quickly. There's a thing on top of each of the crow's nests. There's a thing on top of them inside mast, and there's a door that I can use a red Trinity yellow Trinity on. So
does Sora have enough AP points to equip a new skill, or do you need to wait another couple levels so you get enough AP points for it?
I can't equip a new skill. Let's see. Combo Master. Yeah, I think Combo Master is great.
Yeah.
And then Stun Impact next. Let's see. At this point, I'm going to be doing a lot of leveling up soon.
Yeah. Because in all honesty, I think like a next one I think it would be good to get would be Second Chance. I think that's going to be a better shot for you.
I don't know, like, I mean, granted, I haven't died that much. I have died to a couple bosses, but like right now, nothing significant.
Well, I was saying that mostly because in fact, when you go to face like Sephiroth, that's gonna be a big fight.
Well, I'm gonna level up majorly before that happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, you can beat him at level 60.
I've done it. I think I did it in regular mode at like level 70-ish. But yeah. I would prefer not to have to do that.
I did it at level 55, but I did it by the skin of my teeth. So...
Alright, so Trinity here.
Yep.
And that's the last of that Trinity.
Yeah, the last yellow one.
Yep. Now it's just white. I know there's one white one on the ship itself. But first, there's 3 treasure chests in here.
Yeah.
Dark Matter, which is synthesis. Or a Chelchum. We have dalmatians in here. 85, 86, 87. And what's this? 4 chests. Wow. It's Eroga, so you get Aurora spell upgrade.
Yep.
Which is very useful because now it actually damages the enemy instead of just protecting me.
Yep, which comes in handy. So, all right, let me ask you this: have you been watching, or have you watched any of like The Flash or Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow?
I used to watch Arrow. I think I've only seen like 3 seasons, and then I saw 1 season of The Flash. Basically, where I stopped watching was I stopped watching Arrow after the Ra's al Ghul season, and I saw season 1 of The Flash because it was only on Netflix as season 1 when it was airing season 2. But that's just the way I wanted to do it because I was binge watching via Netflix.
Okay. Because I mean, I'm keeping up with The Flash.
Twilight, I will make sure I get Leaf Bracer.
Oh yeah, gotta get Leaf Bracer. I'm actually enjoying The Flash. They're actually bringing in more characters. I just recently watched the new episode, and they're now introducing him, kind of training and getting him into bringing in Elongated Man.
Is that like Plastic Man?
Yes. And they actually made a reference to that too. They're like, oh, he's like, well, do I get a cool superhero name? He's like, yeah, how about Plastic Man? He's like, no, that's stupid. That sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon character. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but you meet him later on, and well, yeah, because those two actually hate each other in the comics because they both have the same powers.
It's kind of like, have you seen My Hero Academia?
Yep.
How the guy who goes really hard and the guy who can turn into steel.
Yeah, they both have the same powers. Well, one goes rock, while the other one goes steel.
Yeah.
And it's like they have the same power. They're both like equally matched, and they kind of have like.
I love the arm wrestling match they have.
They have like kind of this love-hate relationship with each other.
Well, until the internship where they're like broing it out.
Oh yeah, they become like really like the best of friends.
The broiest of bros, as one would say.
Yeah. And it's like but I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, oh god, where, I mean, I like for the fact that, Deku knows how to get up to at least 8% of the power.
Yeah, now he can do full cowling, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, he's mostly just using his feet now because, he can't use his hands or his fists.
Yeah, but it's more importantly, he's controlling the power.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Like, I like that, the first season was about him gaining the power. And the second season was more about him utilizing the power better. Like, he can, instead of damaging himself, season 2 is more about him learning to use the power without doing that. And that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, we have a new subscriber, and it's in all kanji and
Yeah, I can't read myself, unfortunately. But thank you for subscribing. Always happy for new subscribers. You keep my channels running. Just keep on watching, Although YouTube demonetization has been at an all-time high. I got hit by a lot with Disney debate recently, and I've basically contested all of them. But the problem is, it takes a while. It takes a while to actually get to the point where they'll actually listen to they'll actually review it, which is annoying. Also, Disney debate is where I make a large portion of my money. So I was making about $10 a month, and now I'm making $8. To give you an idea of what's going on with that.
Yeah. It was like, it just sucks. Now, I have been reading the manga of My Hero Academia. That's how come I know a lot more. But I've also been reading a manga called Freezing.
I've heard about Freezing. I've heard pretty good things.
Yeah. It's an action adventure ichi manga. To me it's really good. I like it. Do you know the story of it, or what?
I don't know anything about it. Honestly, I just heard it's good.
Okay. The story is it's like futuristic, almost nowadayish, give or take. There are giant statues that are almost as tall as skyscrapers, basically, that are roaming the world and destroying it. They're called novas. So the Earth came up with these stigmatas that can only go into women. That can go into women at a certain age, and they can basically use their powers to fight and kill, these novas. But they have to have a male limiter with them to do freezing that has stigmas in them as well. But in order for the bonding to work, they kind of have to do this ceremony that's kind of embarrassing for one of them. Because it's more like of a relationship type, marriage type thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So the story follows Elizabeth, who is the untouchable queen. Well, actually, more follows the guy, and I forget his name. But he comes in. His sister was one of the best Pandoras. She died in battle, so he becomes the limiter to honor her memory. And Elizabeth, he meets her, and she's in a battle. And he ends up falling on her and touching her. Basically, his hand is in a groping mode. Doesn't realize until after he sees it, and just like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry."
Classic anime.
Yeah. But it's like he wants to become her limiter, and as the story progresses, it's kind of starts off with kind of a love story, but then it gets kind of dark in some spots, and you're like, okay. I don't want to spoil it because I think once you read it, you'll start to see what I'm talking about.
I'm probably not gonna read it. If anything, I'll watch the anime because that's easier for me at the moment. But
well, basically in the manga, because I know they're probably going to cut this from the anime. In the manga, she is a half daughter to the Steinbergs family, and she goes to live with them with her mother. Her older stepsister takes her and loves her. The younger brother kind of hates her and treats her like a dog, and basically does the whole slave and master thing to her. And even as they grow up, it gets kind of more into like almost evolving from slave master to S&M type stuff.
Okay, I'm not watching it then.
Well, it doesn't go that far. I mean,
but no, I get skeeved out by anything related to that. That's just weird.
Yeah, and he's actually in love with her, and it's like when he finally sees her again, it's like all that feeling comes back, and he's like, nobody can love you like me. I'm the only one who can love you like you should be. And I mean, her limiter actually comes up and saves her, but it's like, this is wrong, you shouldn't do this. And
this sounds like an abusive relationship. I'm done. No, thank you.
Yeah, but it's the only time you see that. It's just in that one little arc. That's it. And the rest of it's all like, dealing with the Novas and her training and everything.
I guess. I don't know.
So, I mean, like I said, still give it a shot. At least give it a college try.
If you say
That's
so.
All right.
You didn't sell it to me. You had a job, and it was to sell the anime to me. What did you do? You said there was abuse in there, and
well, it's like I said. There's a lot of like freaking titty shots.
That doesn't help. That makes it worse when abuse is involved.
No. Abuse is only in that one scene. The rest, it's not like freaking abuse. It's like their shower scenes for all the girls.
You're not helping yourself.
Look, all I say is just at least read the manga, judge for yourself. That's all I say. Because I'm just about finished with that. I think I've got like another 20 to 30 more chapters to read. I'm done.
I have less time to read manga, so anime is a little bit easier.
I mostly read when I'm at work, in between calls, because I get bored.
I can't do that at my job. I can have my phone on me, but I have like a demanding job, so I have to pay attention to every little detail.
Oh yeah, I understand. So, but I think right now is like I'm trying to find another manga to read. Like before that, I read what was it? The Legend of Tyr, which was interesting. And I kind of read one that was kind of a horror one, which was pretty cool, and at the same time, kind of gross. Called Death Tube.
Okay.
The thing about Death Tube was any of the participants had so much time to film a video of whatever it was supposed to be, and that person, their target, had to be killed in the most gruesome way. And if they got the most amount of views, you got a lot of money. So like if you got over 1 million views, $1 million. But whoever you killed, you would not get blamed for it. The mess would be cleaned up, and the blame would go to somebody else.
I see.
However, if you did not do any of the get any of the thing, you would be a target.
Oh, fuck, I missed something. Monstro is so annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it's a maze. You get lost in there very easily if you don't pay attention.
There we go, that's what I want. This is right here, this chest. I'm gonna wait right here. You guys take care of them.
But can you get to the chest? And will you be allowed to open it?
It's a chest. I should be allowed to open a goddamn chest. What are you
Not
talking
in the middle of
about?
battle. You can't open it during battle.
Yeah, I know that. I've played the game. Shut up, Max. You're not my real mom.
No, I'm your father's brother's second cousin. College roommate.
Former roommate.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Former roommate.
What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing. Just like you're gonna be in the next few minutes.
Which is what you are about to become.
Yeah, God, I need to watch that movie again. So many memorable lines. I love Mel Brooks movies. So good.
Get down here.
Get down and get funky.
No. You think about what you just did. Think about what you've done.
Well, I just got down and got funky. With the funky monkey.
Go to your room.
I am in my room.
Go in the corner.
I'm actually in my corner. I've already got my chains and whips and everything.
Okay, this is something I did not need to know. Would you stop? I already told you that skeeves me out.
I'm kidding. I don't have that stuff. I actually have my medication next to me.
That's worse.
No, it's because I got diagnosed with hydrocephalus.
Ah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Right now it's not bad enough for me to need basically a drainage tube. Right now I'm just dealing with migraines of it, so they're just monitoring me, and they kind of want me to do a sleep study. So yeah, it's one of those.
Ah. Anyway, will you let me get the damn thing? I
No.
just wanted to get the damn chest.
No. More enemies.
Okay. 55, 56, and 57 all returned home. We just have one more set of dalmatians.
Aren't those in Hollow Bastion?
67, 68, 69. Let me check one area, and then, because I also haven't gone back to, I have not gone back to, stop attacking. 5 seconds. Jeez. I have not gone to Atlantica yet. Stupid fucking... I really hate some of the verticality here, because I want to get a chest, enemies keep attacking and knocking me off, and thankfully I have, high jump and glide, but these just... Can you just, be cool? Just once? Be cool?
By the way, it'd be cool if you just, not spawn anymore. That would be really great. Thanks. Yeah, let's get a drink. You're gonna need it.
Okay. All of a sudden, mimics are a thing. That would suck. That would suck so goddamn bad.
I hate mimics in most RPG games.
Let me heal. I swear to God, like, the worst thing about this entire level is just how you're trying to get somewhere, you're gonna be jumping, and then you're gonna be falling off because someone's gonna knock you off where you need to go. Okay. So I think the only place I haven't checked... Got this one. Don't want to have to deal with you. 6. Now. I think the white Trinity's down here.
Yeah, it should be.
Gotta deal with all the enemies again.
Yeah.
The best thing that the second game did was allow you to open the chests and do other stuff when enemies are around.
Yeah, I mean, the game did improve a lot of things, but it also screwed up on some things, too.
For the most part, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is a step in the right direction, but it does take away a lot of the stuff. Like, say what you will about the combat, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 has amazing combat, but I kind of miss how strategic the combat was in 1. Like, yeah, it's stiff, but it is, like, it's pretty straight, you know, strategic in how you have to be placed, you know?
Yeah.
Get down here! For the love of crap. Ugh.
Really? You want to make love to crap? Why? Messy. And stinky.
It's not what I said, and you know it. There you are. No, I didn't ask for more of you. Alright, I'm just gonna have to take care of them all over here. Just fucking... Why? Why can't I just go over there and get what I came here for? This is the only part that I don't like. It's like I have a goal, and when I'm doing it normally, like, it's fine because I'll be grinding for certain things. But right now, my specific goal here in this stream, in particular, is get the Dalmatians and the Trinities.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you get bombarded with all the enemies.
And there's 2 more white Trinities. I might have to look up where the last couple things are, because I know where one is in Atlantica, but I can't recall where I missed one.
Didn't you say there was a white Trinity in Hollow Bastion?
Yeah, but I already got it.
Oh, okay.
That was the first one I get.
Hmm.
I'm at least gonna save that.
So have you ever played any of the old school JRPG games, like with the time wait system, like in Final Fantasy VII?
I've played Final Fantasy VI. I've played Final Fantasy VII. I've played Final Fantasy IX. I've played 10. I've played 10-2.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Have you played any other JRPG old school, that is not Final Fantasy?
I've played Chrono Trigger.
Okay, that's good. Have you ever played Breath of Fire?
No, I think I've told you this before.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, you need to play that one.
No, I just went over saying how.
No, I'm not gonna bash. No, I'm not gonna bash it over your head. I'm just saying, one of these days when you can, if you feel.
To anyone out there listening, the best way to get me to play a game and to get anyone to play a game is not you need to play it. It's like, you should play this. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, in all honesty, to me the third one's, I think you would probably enjoy, because to me it's a little bit better. Gameplay wise, graphic wise, story wise, and everything. I mean, you could really, in all honesty, each game is like its own self-contained story. It was trying to be like Final Fantasy because it was made from Capcom. The only thing was the fifth one in the series was the worst one, and it just killed the series.
So there's no Breath of Fire 6?
No.
That's a shame.
Yeah. The first one is your basic story. Shut
up, Twilight. I'm gonna get to them. I know. I'll get to them.
Like the first one, I mean, it's a classic game. It's really good. Like your main character, can use swords, but he can also use boomerangs. Which actually boomerangs hit all enemies. But you also get you have to go around, find the Master Dragon weaponry and armor, and you go around and get your dragon spells, so you can become a dragon, which I think is pretty cool.
Let's see. All right.
Three.
I have one group of dalmatians and one group of one Trinity left, and I'm willing to bet that they're in the same location. But let me recall where I've been. Okay. Traverse Town. Does it have a white Trinity in Traverse Town? Alright, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I remembered everything up until this point, which is impressive considering how many secret stuff, but I need to bust out the strategy guide because I'm at a loss for where this final one is. So I will be right back. Hold on one sec.
Hey, I'm about ready to help you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna... I have my strategy guide over there, but...
Well, I've got the list of where all the Trinities are.
Okay.
So, okay, white Trinities. Okay, there is a white Trinity in Traverse Town.
Where is it?
It's on the rise cobble of the secret waterway.
I did that.
Okay. So you already got that one. That you got the Orcum from that one. There's one. Okay, you already got the Wonderland one. You got the Coliseum one. Did you get the Deep Jungle one, right?
Yes.
Agrabah, you got that one, right?
Yep.
Monstro?
Where is it in Monstro?
In lower. Yeah, you already got that one. You just got that one a little bit ago.
Yeah, I just got that.
Because it was supposed to be.
I got Atlantica.
Yeah, Atlantis, Halloween Town.
Where is it?
On Moonlight Hill.
No. That's where it is. I knew I was forgetting something in Halloween Town. The problem is Moonlight Hill's design. Sometimes you forget things.
Yeah, it's at the Moonlight Hill. That's where the last one is.
And then I think that might be where the Dalmatian is either.
Hold on, I'm gonna double check that one for you as well while I'm right here.
All right, the Dalmatian is 67, 68, 69.
Right, thank you for that. So I can look that up. Just trying to find that list. There it is.
Okay, well, we're at it. Mushrooms.
Okay. I love my cat. Oh, no, I need this one. There we go. He said it was, what was it, 69, 68, and 67?
Hold on. I can't look it up right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Come on, spin. You were just spinning.
Okay. 68, 7, 68, and 69 are supposed to be in Halabastion at the Guillotine Square.
I don't know if that's the right one. Just give me a second, and I'll check it.
Go ahead.
Come on, spin. Spin. I know you can spin. I just did it twice. Come on, one more time, please. There we go.
Freeze.
Now I get Mystery Goo and Arrow Arts. Sweet. Alright, what else do I need? I don't have... Let's try Fire Arts here. Of course you go away. Anyway, let's look. Okay, stock. Yeah, that was the one I need. Blizzard Arts, Arrow Arts, Thunder Arts. I next need Fire Arts. Anyway,
Right.
the Dalmatian is...
Yeah, it's in Guillotine Square.
67, 68, 69. So that's in Guillotine Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the right side area of a... right side area is a small building with a chain you can pull on next to the door. Under the steps leading to the door, there's a chest.
I could have sworn I got that one, but maybe it didn't register, or something. Let's see. Here it is. Should have seen this one. So... I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Especially because we're having problems with the lag.
The lag is real.
Yeah, the lag is real.
Lag is real, and the cake is a lie.
I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow. I'm gonna be getting some sleep now, so we're probably gonna be streaming like most of the day because I have Saturdays and Sundays off. So I'm at least going to be streaming a lot more. Plus, after I finish a lot of this playthrough, I want to do Danganronpa because I need to get the footage together for that review. So we'll get, stop attacking for 5 seconds. Jesus.
You want a lot. You want a lot, don't you?
No, but like they leave me no opening to heal myself. I didn't have any free time. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I wish this was Birth Let Play Sleep. With the screen nukes. Anyway. Oh wait, no. It was right there.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the building. They moved it. You're looking at the non-final mix version.
Boom. Oh, so there you go. Never mind.
Yeah, I just got both the trophies. Okay, so Dalmatians and Trinities, check.
Okay, so that's done.
Now I'm going to at least return to,
Traveler's Town to give them up.
yeah, I want to at least get, return the 99 Dalmatians so I can get that, so I can, get the arrow spell upgrade and whatnot, and get the torn page, because next time we're gonna be doing, let me target the right thing, god damn it. Next time we're going to be doing, 100 Acre Wood, because we'll have all the torn pages, and then, we're gonna be doing the Hades Cup, and secret bosses, and a whole bunch of other stuff involved.
Mostly probably grinding to get the Ultima Key.
Yeah, just like all the other miscellaneous stuff. Like, to me, this was probably taking the longest because of all the stuff involved in it. Because, like, granted, I had gotten some stuff as we go, but the 101 Dalmatians does take a while. Okay, Traverse Town.
Honestly, I think what might be best would be, like, instead of going straight for the Hades Cup, I think it might be a good idea to try to go after the Ultima Blade, because that's going to make the Hades Cup a lot easier.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how far I get in that, because you get some secret weapons in that regardless.
Yeah, that's right, because you get the Oblivion Keyblade and...
No, you got Oblivion in Hollow Bastion.
Oh, that's right. Like I said, it's been a while since I played it, so...
Alright, let's see if there's anything I can synthesize. Not yet. Oh yeah, because I didn't get the Mithril Stone, so there's nothing yet. Now let's go and get the Dalmatians. And it's gonna be funny because you get all the upgrades at the same time.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so worth it.
Kitty, I'll let you in a sec. Jeez.
Yeah. At least your cat meows. Mine? Trinity? No, she likes to bang on the door to be let in. She literally likes to knock on the door to be let in. Go on, let your cat in. It's fine.
No, she's gonna attack the wires.
Well, she wouldn't be your daughter if she wasn't, a part of you.
I don't attack the wires. Your analogy makes no sense.
Life doesn't make sense.
No, you don't make sense. Life makes tons of sense.
No, it does not. Life has never made sense.
Anyway, we have the Dalmatians. Shh. Alright, upgrades. Kiraga, Fyraga, G, Thundara, G, Mithril Shard, Torn Page,
Yay!
Mithril, Megalixir, or Chalchum, Ultima Chi, Tech Boost, and Eroga, and a complete gummy collection. Good. We got a whole bunch of crap. We just got a whole bunch of crap. So we now have Fyraga, Eroga, and that's it for those spells. Alright, I'm gonna go save the game, and I think I'm gonna get some sleep.
Yeah, that's after you love on your daughter.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah, me. You know you love cuddling up next to her.
Yes, I do, but right now I need to get this. I'm in the middle of stuff at the moment. Okay. Well, today's session was a casual stream, regardless. And, so we got a little bit done. We got, the Dalmatians, and let's see those trophies here. Yeah, all 101 Dalmatians, all Trinity list entries. Next, I'll worry about mini game entries with Winnie the Pooh, and some other stuff. We'll be doing some more stuff as we go along because there's a ton of stuff left. We still have the Ansem reports. We have to get all the character entries, but that's gonna be later. Like there's quite a few things left to do in the game. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am sorry for the derping of the stream. I imagine it's something to do with either the network that I am on or just, you know, a random time of the day. But hopefully this does not happen next time. It fluctuates. I've had usually like two very, very well-run streams where there's no problems, and then there's a stream that has all the problems. So it's the internet here, and as soon as I move, that's going to be the first thing that gets upgraded. So we'll worry about that when that happens. With all of that said, I am Zenith will Rule. This is my good friend Max with me, and we will see you guys next time where I do another more like collectibles, extras, you know, behind the scenes stuff. We're gonna be doing you know, more 100 Acre Wood. We're gonna be doing some of the extra stuff, super bosses maybe, I don't know, but it'll be another one of these casual streams. Thank you guys for watching again. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the follow button for all updates on when I stream. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow for sure. I'm definitely gonna try to make it at least once on a weekend, aside from next weekend, because I'm going to be away in Minnesota for my friend Lewis's wedding. Yeah, so mostly weekend streams, and sometimes during the week I'll try to put in 4 hours, but we'll see. With that being said, I am Zenith will Rule, as I said again, and I will see you guys next time.
Hey, this is Megami33. Thank you for watching Zenith Will Review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. If you like what you see, check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/ZenithWillReview.